This video is sponsored by Board Game Atlas, your map to the world of board gaming.
Origins 2019 is come and gone. Let's talk about what was there, what's exciting, and what's coming up next. My name is Luke Muench, and this is the Cardboard Herald with the latest board gaming news. This was my second year participating at the Origins convention. Last year I had the opportunity to work with 9th level games. I participated in the Midnight Madness event that they always run for Kobolds Ate My Babies, which was a lot of fun. This year I got to work with Pandasaurus Games. I spent a lot of time in their booth, but outside of that I had the opportunity to check out a lot of neat games that were both being showed off for the first time here at Origins and stuff that was being demoed for the upcoming Gen Con event. There's a lot of stuff coming out then, but I had a sneak peek at a few of those really exciting games. So let's talk about what was the most exciting games that were released at Origins. Easily the most talked about game of the year was Century: A New World. This is not my copy of stuff. My significant other and camera woman, Jess, has all of the Century stuff now. She owns everything, so this was kind of an inevitable purchase for her. We are probably going to get to play it in the next few days. If you're interested in hearing our thoughts, let us know down in the comments so that we know whether or not you want us to review this. This iteration of the game is a worker placement style game and does borrow a lot from the first game of the series, Spice Road, but it's able to be combined with the first game, the second game, or all three games at once, which is really neat. I've heard a lot of positive things about the game. I still think that the second one will overall be my favorite of the three individual entries, but we'll have to play it and see what happens. The second most talked about game of the convention was Dead Man's Cabal. This was a new release from Pandasaurus Games that involves resource management as you're collecting different skulls and bones and cards and so on and so forth so that you can summon the dead in order to get points. You're basically hosting a party and you're trying to have dead famous people attend that party so that you can have the most successful social gathering. It's a cute theme. It's got some neat ideas behind it. The components are gorgeous. It was a really cool game to have the opportunity to become so intimate with at my time at Origins. So.
Hi, my name is Jess. I am Luke's significant other, unfortunately.
Wow.
I also attended Origins 2019 with him. I actually did some demos for the Smirk and Dagger group. Shobu was the third most talked about game at the convention. The premise of it is that you are pushing each other's stones off of the board in a sumo fashion, because the original title of the game was actually called Sumo Stones. I'm not going to go too much in depth with it because there might be a review about it later on if you guys would be interested, but it's an amazing game. A lot of people came up to the booth just interested in just the feel of the game itself. It has a pleasing Zen aesthetic to it. There's real stones, real river stones, real wood, and then real rope. The fourth most talked about game at convention was a game called Slide Quest. It's a game that was made by Blue Orange Games, the same company that created Photosynthesis, Planet, King Domino. And the game is essentially a cooperative game for 4 players. Each person is controlling a side of the board where you are sliding one knight that is going and knocking different goblins into holes that are created in the board. You're trying to avoid different obstacles. There's dynamite that's on the board that you're trying to avoid. You're trying to go through archways and just try to get to the end goal of that board specifically. There are different levels, up to 20 different levels that everybody can play into, but overall it was a super fun game. So the next upcoming convention, first week of August, Gen Con, a lot of awesome things are being released there. So many things. The most exciting one for me is a new space-themed, pseudo-cooperative until it's not kind of trader mechanic game called Menace Among Us. I was able to sample it and play a couple games with Kurt Covert and some other people from Smirk and Dagger, and it is by far the best pseudo-cooperative game I've played in a long time. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff about it at Gen Con. The creator Jeff Gumma is going to be there. It's going to be a whole thing, but just the character abilities in and of itself, and the way that the game really makes you team up with people that you really shouldn't, overall, of most of the social deduction games I've played that has a high player count, such as this one, it is by far, hands down, bar none, amazing. I would recommend it by far to anybody. Take a look at it. Either some reviews that have been put up or just go to Gen Con yourself and play it. You will not regret it.
For me, the most exciting game that's coming out at Gen Con easily is Unmatched from Restoration Games. A re-implementation of the systems used in the Star Wars Epic Duels. Unmatched is a game that's taking a lot of characters that are familiar to us, like King Arthur, Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Robin Hood, Bruce Lee, so on and so forth, and putting them into an arena and seeing who's going to win in this battle royale. Primarily the game is made for 2 players, but it can be played in team mode with 4 players, which is, I think, like, rarely does team mode for me work, but it looks like a really neat system. The gameplay is simple yet strategic. Each character has a unique deck of cards and a special ability that they get to utilize over the course of the game. There's a lot of cool things that this game system has to offer. They've announced over like 9 or 10 pieces of content that they'll be releasing and supporting the game with over the course of this year and next year. I honestly think it will be my favorite game of the year. I'm super excited. The demo that I played was very encouraging, and I look forward to talking more about that later. But yeah, that was our experience with Origins. Let us know if you went to Origins, what your thoughts were on the event. What was your most exciting game that you got to check out at Origins? Let us know below. Yeah, thanks for coming in and checking out the Cardboard Herald, as always. And here's Jack with the outro, baby. Now I can just send it off to him and I don't have to worry about it. It's a nice...
Do you have an outro now?
Yeah, he's always had an outro. I just do an extra outro because I'm extra. I'm so extra.
You are.
If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcast, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.